Ooh, we're tumbling something fun today. Buckle up because this is a really exciting tumble, petrified wood. This stuff was on my tumbling bucket list for the longest time and it did not disappoint. Stick around to see the whole process from start to finish and the gorgeous shiny end result. Petrified wood is no ordinary rock. It's technically a fossil that forms when wood is buried under sediment. Over a long period of time, the wood is replaced by minerals, creating a perfect crystal replica of what it once was. This process generally takes millions of years, yes, literally millions, and it's absolutely mind-boggling to me to think that those rocks that I'm holding in my hands were once trees that grew on this earth over 200 million years ago. Nature truly is incredible. Determined to do these beautiful rocks justice, I loaded them into one of my Loratone 33B rock tumbler barrels with water and coarse grit, and off they went. I let my pet wood tumble for about 2 weeks in stage 1 before checking on them for the first time. Usually I'd only do 1 week before dumping them out, assessing their progress, and adding more stage 1 grit if needed, but unfortunately time got away from me, as it tends to do. They were looking beautiful, but didn't make quite as much progress as I had hoped. There were so many good ones that it was kind of hard to pick, but here's a few of my favorites. These are so surprisingly colorful, and I just love them. A good handful were still too rough to move on, so I decided to put all of them back into stage 1 for another week. The rocks lost a lot of mass in that first tumble, so I added a few fresh ones to fill the empty space, along with some ceramic media, water, and 3 tablespoons of coarse grit. Another week, and they should be ready to move on to the next stage. Another week or 3, another pet rock check. I took it nice and slow with this batch, much to everyone else's dismay, and I think it actually paid off. I am quite guilty of over-tumbling sometimes, but I've found harder rocks like these to be fairly forgiving. Just like with houseplants, the best rocks thrive on neglect. Look at them! So petrified, so woody. They looked much better this time, nice and smooth without any major cracks or imperfections, so I declared them ready to move on. It wasn't until I edited this video that I realized I put the barrel on the tumbler without the screw-on cap. Luckily, there was no leakage and I was able to go out and fix it real quick, but man, what a brain fart. Now is the time for me to explain to you clearly and thoroughly and with my whole heart and soul that this sink drains into a bucket. A 5-gallon bucket. This is a sink I specifically set up for rock tumbling. It functions kind of as a slop sink and doesn't drain down the pipes. I'm pointing this out because dumping slurry down an actual sink can ruin your pipes and you definitely should never do that, but despite every clarification and disclaimer that I put on my videos involving this sink, I still get a million comments telling me I'm going to ruin my pipes. Don't worry, I won't. But anyway, these rocks are gorgeous. They were polishing up just as well as I thought they would, and I was so excited to put them into stage 3 because that meant they were almost done. I added a little extra ceramic media, water, and pre-polish, and then sent them off for another week in the tumbler. Surprise! I bet you're wondering why that card said all done instead of stage 4. Well, as excited as I was about these, life caught up to me again, and I wasn't able to check them for like a month. Again. When I finally got around to check them, surprise, they had tumbled long enough and pre-polished that they looked like they had already been through the actual polish stage. Just look at that. They have almost a mirror finish, and that's them completely dry. I couldn't really imagine them getting much better, so I said good is good enough and declared them done. Yes, I skipped a stage, aka the worst thing ever in rock tumbling, but it worked out this time, didn't it? I took them outside for the big reveal so you can really see those colors pop. I really didn't expect that much variety in color from these because wood is, brown, but they're not actually wood anymore, so it makes sense. I love how they really do look like polished wood though, especially how you can see the grain and the rings in some of them. I honestly can't pick a favorite, which is weird because usually there's one special one in every batch that calls to me. I have another pound or 2 of rough petrified wood, and I think I'll start throwing some into my mixed batches because it's just too pretty. Now, just as a reminder, here's what they looked like at the very beginning of this process, and here's what they look like now. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're at it, why not leave a like and join your fellow rock realmans here by subscribing. Have a great day, and happy tumbling!